Hello, welcome to episode 5. In this video, I have a lot of building I want to get done. For example, I want to start with building a large and bulky wood tower here. And I have a bunch of materials here in this chest, but I think I may need a little bit more wood. I have that in my storage room, I think, so that's no problem. And I think this will be a pretty big build, so I better get started right now, and I will see you after the time lapse. Alright, this took 5 hours to build, and it's only about 1/3 of what I want the entire height of the tower to be. And because it's so big, I have a lot of space in here, so I'm thinking I can have a villager trading hall at the ground floor, and then a storage room, and then something more and something more. I will have like 10 floors at least, I think. But right now we have windows for 3 floors at least. So 1 floor for these, 1 here and 1 here. So that's pretty nice. I didn't plan out anything for this build before I started building, so I just had to try out different stuff and see what worked. And one of my favorite details are these logs that stick out here. I'm not sure why, but I feel like they add so much to the build. I also like these roofs. Anyways, it's time to move on to a different build for now, and we will come back to this a little bit later. I got a comment about decorating the cow cave with a lush cave style, and I really like that idea, so I will do that. I just have to get rid of these guys first. So I'm gonna use my door here. There we go. Okay, so I just gotta leave this there. Look at all these axes too. From collecting all the wood and stuff like that. Alright, so I need to find a lush cave. So I can have some moss. I should bring a hoe. I haven't seen one of those lush cave trees in that direction, and not in that direction either, I think. So we are going to look for one this way. I feel like they should be pretty common in a jungle biome, so let's hope that's how it works. Can't really see anything with the sun here. Okay, I'm gonna try and get a little bit further up. Are you kidding me? Is that a lush cave already? Yeah, it is. Nice. That's actually so convenient. Man, I was prepared for a really long expedition, but this is really nice. Okay, they're nice. I'm gonna grab a few more of these. Do these give off light in the hand? No, they don't. Okay. That would be really cool though. I am almost out of coal, so I'm just gonna grab a little bit here. I think there was more coal here. Yeah, nice. What more do I need? Oh. I really need to get better armor. And I need to enchant my tools too. I have died every time I'm close to level 30, so that's a little bit sad. I probably should get some sort of experience farm soon too. I want to have one that's really effective, and I also want a skeleton farm for the bones, but I'm not sure if I want to use that for experience. They are too slow. Sometimes I get all my early game experience from breeding chickens, but I don't think that's a good way to do it. I think I'm gonna have to look up a few good ways to actually get experience early. Okay, I was going to say I would like at least one more spore blossom, and there were 2 here, so that's perfect. Nice. I think that's everything, right? I only need moss, glowberries, and spore blossoms to get everything else. Okay, a little bit more coal though. If I find anything. I collected a bunch of clay too, in case I need it later. Did I come from this way? I am not sure. Yeah, I've been here. Okay. Nice, that only took a few minutes. This is looking so cool from down here. It will look awesome when it's done too. I hope. I'm a little bit sad that I built it up on the mountain though. I would like to have it on like ground level and build 2 of those and connect them with a big bridge. That would be pretty cool. Maybe I can fit that up there too though. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how I want this to look. I think up here should be a little bit more clean and like man-made. So I can have a bunch of planks in the ground and maybe a few fence posts here. And then I think here I want to open up everything, and over here I want it to be a lot bigger too. And here I feel it would look pretty cool to have like a bridge, and underneath there could be like 10 blocks and then like an underground river or something. And then if I make this a lot bigger, I can connect it to the bridge like at this point, but like 10 blocks or more that way. I'm not sure if that made any sense, but for me I built up a really nice image in my head. I don't want all the cows to be in the way, so I think I will put them in a hole here. I just have to read them up a little bit before. And then I can kill all the grown-up cows and just save the small ones. You're not supposed to be in here. Alright. Alright. There we go. Nice. Let's start with expanding the cave this way. I'm gonna do some sort of slope down now, so this is going to be the current like ground level, and then this will just go further down. I need some more dirt. I should collect all this copper though. I will probably use it for the roof of the tower. And then I think I want the cave to curve a little bit to that way so it can meet up with this room here. Alright, this is actually starting to take shape now. I think I want to make this room also look like a cave. So it should open up a little bit more. Have the ceiling a little bit taller. Okay, the plan that I have will take probably like longer than what the tower took to build, because there will be so much digging. So I'm gonna work a little bit on it this episode, and then I will continue more when I have enchantments. That way I save a bunch of time. It's really close to breaking now, so let's build a new one. I could make a sword. Okay. No, did I leave my stone? Why? Why did I do that? There. And I left my dirt too. I think I want this to be a pillar, so I will try to make it look good here. Yeah, I will work a little bit more on the shape after I have marked it out. Now I remember that I want to have a pillar there at least. Another idea that just popped in my head right now was to connect this around here somewhere with the cave up here, if I can without running into stuff. This cave up here, I mean. like up here. It would be nice to have a drop down like around here, I would guess. That's not necessary though, so I will just do that if I notice that it lines up good. But I feel like it could, because there is the entrance to that cave, around there somewhere. And it leads to like there, so it could be perfect somewhere at least. I was going to like separate the cave a little bit here, but I think I will remove that. And then make the ceiling a little bit higher. Or maybe not. I will probably decorate a lot here with lush cave stuff, so I might leave the details in the roof for later. And because I'm making this cave so big now, I think I should like have a chicken farm here maybe, and somewhere down here an automatic sheep farm and pigs and stuff like that too. Otherwise, there is not that much point to expanding this much. And then here I should also have a staircase down to the bridge here. So I think I will leave it flat like this for now. And then I will decorate the cliff that ends up here later. I'm really excited to get this room done. I feel like it will look really cool when I include a bunch of waterfalls and stuff like that. Okay, so I will make the cave continue that way and then have a pillar here and continue that way too in like this part, and then after the pillar they connect. And then continue a lot that way and curve it a little bit so it connects up with the rest of the cave over there. And then I want to dig down a bunch here too. But I feel like this is enough work in here for now. I need to save my last durability on my diamond pickaxe. I really enjoyed working on this build here and I want to continue building, but I am out of wood and I also am on my last set of tools and I have no diamonds. So next episode we need to get more diamonds, an experience farm, and hopefully a villager with mending too. And speaking of villagers, I'm thinking that down here we can just dig in a bit here and have the villager breeder and the curing process, so we just can send them up inside of the tower through a water stream or something. So that's what we are going to do next episode. I will see you then, and bye bye.